Welcome to oh, I woke up the cat. CHSF CHFS 2107. Dun, dun, dun. I should restart, but I'm not gonna. How are you doing? I hope everything's well. This week's a bit different, right? So every week we kind of have a different thing. Last week I did a full lecture. This week, um, it's a little bit more activity based. This is like the activity week. I'll put my pizza lunch remains on the floor. Um, the idea is just that this is the quest assignment. Okay, so this is only going to be totally new to the students that weren't with me in the fall, which is only a couple. And basically, what this is it's on the McGraw Hill website. It's like a game that they made to give people a chance to kind of play around with some of these important developmental lifespan related goals. And so what you do is you kind of I get you to play a character and play around and stuff and then answer questions on the assignment, right? And like how you do in the game is sort of just so that you can kind of play around and learn it and experience it. And then what I'm going to grade is like your questions, right? Your responses. So let's share the assignment. Okay, so as you're going to see, one thing I think, and I don't know if this is helpful or annoying, but some of my questions, some of my assignments are similar, and it's like, as a teacher, you got to wonder, like, when are you making changes just to make changes? Like, if I'm going to be asking you core questions and the topics are switching, it's like, well, sometimes the question is still getting at the main thing, right? It's like, I don't know, basically, I don't change things just to change them if it doesn't make sense to. And with this one, you in the first part of the course in the fall you did it focused on young kids. Now I want you to do it focused on either Felicia or Harvey. So you can either pick Felicia, who's a 47-year-old female working in a hospital setting, or you can look at Harvey, who's a 59-year-old, and this one's taking place at a casino. So basically it's like a video game where you play as a character and you have these like challenges, but it's a very tame video game, right? Like it's obviously like a textbook made video game, but it's designed to kind of be different than just forcing you to read a chapter or something, right? It's like a little bit different. Play this game for a bit. In this game it'll make you look into certain goals associated with it, right? So Felicia and Harvey will be slightly different based on their age. I'll show you in a second. So your goal is to or your assignment is to pick one of these two, then play the game associated with your character, right? So it's like, well, um, you just basically go into your quest and do it. And if actually at the very bottom of this, you'll see in red, I have like a link to the course website where you'll find the quest game. So if you were to click that, so you play the game associated with your character. And as I said that, sorry, live edit, activate games. I should show you this. This thing I got is awesome. Anything gonna blow? So I got this thing on the internet, and it's got like inside is like a storage component, but then on the top it's awesome because it's like a whiteboard thing, but it's not whiteboard. It's because I used to have a whiteboard one that looked like a little bit like this, and it's like okay for like basic stuff, right? Like just, but it's the whiteboard markers. It's kind of like a fat font, and it's but you can't fit that much. But with this, these like pretty slick chalk markers. It's almost like a paint marker, but then it just like rubs off really easy with even a napkin. Anyways, that's not what the video is about. What the video is about is okay, so first you pick your character, then you play the game associated with that character, obviously. And I just wrote down the reason I did that is now that it all comes together, it's because I wanted to write down to just activate those games so that they're ready for you to go. Um, those notes are from my lecture this morning and not about this video. Then what I want you to do is just answer the question. Sorry, this is a scattered video. I just finished my lecture with my other class, and I wanted to just get this out to you that the idea is again. I'm sorry that you're gonna have I hope you don't have terrible March 28th. I apologize that it seems like everything in this course is due on March 29th. The totally blunt answer for that is because things can't be due in the last week, and I'm trying to give you as much time as possible, so it's due on the Friday of the second last week. Um, so you play your game, then answer how is the developmental objective presented in the game, right? There's going to be three of them. Explain that concept. You can include references from the textbook or lectures or stuff you find on the internet, and then highlight the concept using a new example. We're in the age of AI, right? So if I get everyone to write, I don't think I've had any issues with your group, but like, anyways, policing all that's just such a nightmare, and it's like, and I can tell you unlimited stories about it. But so a lot of the assignments nowadays, it's got like what works is like, and this is also the intentional aspect of trying to make this course a little bit more focused on both the theory but also how the theory would work, right? How do these ideas become real in people's actual lives? Okay, so again, highlighting the concept. So the idea is like basically, um, how did they show it in the game? Explain the idea, right? So in the game they talked about, say it was like with the younger kids, they talk about object permanence, and then because I'm teaching the psych class this morning about object permanence, but they're talking about like object permanence, and they depict it in this a video game as peekaboo, and object permanence links to this deeper understanding of how the child's moving out of the sensory motor stage and blah blah blah, and is starting to develop some operational some concrete operational thinking, and so whatever. So then you like fill in that part. Then you talk about how, and then give me an example, right? Give me a different example, and that's yeah, everyone should have different answers for that for sure. Okay, so then you look at this, right? So the total length of the assignment should be 6 pages total. And again, I want to say just even because I was talking about the AI cheating thing, it's like I've honestly had no issues with your group, and so at Conestoga right now, it's a major issue though. It's like this because they AI generate it and then throw it through a AI generator hit hider program, basically, right? And it's not unique to Conestoga students; it's every academic institution in the world. Um, so it's going to demand in the future that teachers make assignments either more personalized or who knows? I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to freestyle in the middle of this video where the future of AI in education is going to go because it's a little above my pay grade. So you want to use your 2 pages to answer each of these three questions, right? 2 pages each, 6 pages total. So Felicia, I want you to look at this idea of this concept of crystallized intelligence. What does that mean? What's Frankl's concept of the meaning of life and purpose? And then what does this tend and befriend? Like taking care and being, what does tend and befriend mean? Right? If I over explain that, I'm sort of doing it for you. Then for Harvey, Livingston is a psychologist. What's his seasons of life idea? What's the concept of empty nest mean? And then what does sandwich generation mean? Right. And again, if I explain these things too much, I'm sort of doing the assignment for you. So what I want you to do is play the game first, and you'll see that in the game, like actually like addressing these things are your specific goals, and you'll see an example of how the, so my idea is like, how did the game depict it to you? Read a bit about it and learn a bit about it, and then give me a different example about it. And that is the reflection assignment, and not the reflection assignment, the quest assignment, remix, virtual child remix, experiential learning reflection assignment, due Friday, March 29th at 11:59 p.m. Quest journey through the lifespan. Cheers and thanks for being a great group. Sorry that I was in a weird mood for recording this. See you